I think it's time to wait. Let's see the outcome of the election results. If there's a rerun of the presidential election, let's see what comes out of that. I think that's the correct way to go.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a great privilege for me to host here in Britain today's Progressive Governance Summit. Can I just say that in addition to us saying that the results should not be delayed, we are determined that, of course, there are international observers if there is a second round. I've talked, in addition to talking to President Mbeki about that, so I've talked to President Museveni in Uganda, President Kikwete, who's head of the African Union, and the determination of everybody is that not only are results not delayed where that is unnecessary, but equally the results are seen to be fair, and that requires the observers that we've just been talking about. It's important that we recognise that the tensions between those in Tibet and the Chinese authorities can only in the end be solved by dialogue, and we would support and encourage dialogue between the Chinese authorities and those who are supporters of the Dalai Lama. It's important to recognise that the Dalai Lama has said explicitly that he does not support full independence for Tibet. It's also important to recognise that he has condemned violence from his supporters. And I think it's also important to recognise, when you ask the question about the Olympic torch, that the Dalai Lama himself has said that he does not want to see a boycott of the Olympics. And that's why I have said, as the host country for the 2012 Olympics that is coming up, that I will attend the Olympics, as I know many others will do.
Could I, without apology, return to the question of Zimbabwe? Opposition lawyers...
That we need new and clear rules for disclosure and transparency for financial institutions, that we cannot allow a situation to emerge again where off-balance sheet activities are not reported, and we need a situation also where the write-offs are clearly validated. We need reform of the credit rating agencies. We need the International Monetary Fund to become itself an early warning system for the world economy. And what, at this time of uncertainty, would give a great boost in confidence would also be the signing of a trade deal. So there are major reforms that individual countries will have to legislate, but at a world level ought to be agreed very soon on disclosure and transparency and on new rules and standards. And at the same time, we need to look at the institutional reforms within the IMF and elsewhere that are needed so that the world economy is in a better position to deal with financial turbulence in the times to come. This has been the first financial crisis of the new global economic system for a new era, and we've got to learn the lessons urgently so that we can apply them now to deal with some of the problems that have arisen. Questions as we can. Thank you all for being with us today.